Said live.
Yeah. So what happened?
Cause I was wondering why the fuck am I not getting no fucking views and shit.
Well, I saw Q
Oh, okay.
commenting, so we were live at one point.
That's weird, but you know
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, Easy Mux. I'm not in the mood for your bullshit today, really.
No, we were live and then it stopped.
Which is weird. That's oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, this is EV Mux. This is a shitty platform.
This is not
This is why I do my shit now on IG Live. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I don't know what the fuck is going on with these apps.
at least it's not no StreamYard issues. I'll give it that.
We were live at one point and then it stopped.
Mm. Oh well. Well, hey, fuck it. At least it didn't stop doing a review.
They don't want you talking about Kendrick.
Oh, it's Drake. Drake
Right.
strike.
Like, no, none of that. No Drake slander.
Drake strikes again. I see. Shit.
Right? He blocking everybody, huh? Yo.
No, we were actually having some good conversations, but fuck it.
Let's continue. Didn't Kendrick perform uh some of those songs at the BT Awards that year? I thought he
Yeah,
did King Kunta did.
he did all right. Yeah, he did all right.
Right.
He did that song with Beyonce, the Freedom Joint,
Yeah.
and everything like that too.
Right.
So, in case y'all are watching, this is Reg Try.
Yo.
We were live. We got kicked out. We back again. We're doing an album anniversary on "To Pimp a Butterfly" from Kendrick Lamar. This album came out March 15th and everything like that. March 15th, 2015. He did this album, when he went to Africa, South Africa, and he pretty much did this as a tribute to the whole Black Lives Movement. He wanted to make like a freedom kind of album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? This is known for songs like "You," "Hood Politics," "For Free," "Institutionalized," "These Walls." "All Right" is pretty much a Black Lives Matter anthem at this point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is actually my favorite Kendrick Lamar album, to be real with you, and an album I perfectly feel like it should be in everyone's top 20 or 30 hip hop albums of all time. What do you think about this album, boss?
Classic. Classic. One of his best. Love all the songs. No skips on there. When you listen to These Walls and Institutionalized, All Right is like a lot of people's favorite track. Definitely had a black empowerment, sound to it, and the Black of the Berry. So many great songs on it. King Kunta, like I mentioned, definitely one of the best rap albums ever. And I think he stepped it up from Good Kid, Mad City to this one, and every album he always elevated, and every album sounds different from the last. And this is definitely like his one of his top three for me.
And if I'm not mistaken, this album actually came out days earlier than because it was supposed to have came out later March, but it came out a few days earlier and stuff like
Mhm.
that too, if I'm not mistaken. Because
Right.
I remember when this album came out when I was in school back in Central, Eagle Pride. I remember, and literally, what had happened was I'm trying to think. The album had came out. It came out days earlier than expected because Kendrick likes to do some surprise releases and shit. And within 3 hours, everybody was calling it the best hip hop album of all time. I saw a blog post say, "Oh, this is better than Illmatic." You know what I'm saying? So I heard the album. I'm just like, when I first heard it, I liked it. I want to let it grow on me. Then I heard it a second time. That's when I loved it.
Mhm.
I loved it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's funny because David Bowie was influenced by this album when he did the Black Star album, which is his last studio album he came out with. So this album pretty much influenced not just hip hop, but rock acts, jazz acts. I know Thundercat was influenced by some of the shit too. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
can't say that about Drake shit. Like,
Oh
I
boy.
I don't think niggas are influenced by Kiki. Kiki, would you love me?
Nah. That ain't gonna
Let me
cut it.
stop. Let me stop.
That ain't cutting it.
Let me stop.
It ain't cutting it. Like you know that. If
All
he
right,
had to do a versus right now with Kendrick, Drake is losing that.
man. Drake is gonna lose with J Cole or shit,
Yeah.
and that's just me being honest. But yeah, man. Kendrick Lamar to Pimp a Butterfly is a cultural statement. You know what I'm saying? And probably my favorite Kendrick Lamar album of all time. All right. So what's up, Roman? What's up, Q? Are we still live? Can y'all still see us? Just
Yes.
want to make sure.
Yeah.
All right, all right, all right, all right. All right. So we're gonna do the Billboard charts of March 11th, 1995. This is the R&B single sales and stuff like that, which I'm just gonna say R&B and hip hop because you know they like to do crossovers and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dope joints on this one. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. So we're gonna do this list right here. If y'all can see it. 1 second. All right. So number 20, we got Immature Constantly. I want to say that came from the We Got It album, which I fucking like. Probably my favorite album from them. Number 19, we got Blackstreet with Before I Let You Go from their self-titled album from '94, their best album. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Number 18, we got E40 with One Love. I don't think I've ever heard that record from E40 to be real with you. I know Try didn't hear that shit.
Hell no.
Number 17, we got Old Dirty Bastard with Brooklyn Zoo.
Oh yes.
Um, Rest in peace, ODB. Number
Mm-hmm.
6, Bone Thugs and Harmony for the Love of Money.
For the
All I'm gonna say,
love of money.
love that record. All my Bone Thugs fans expect some material from them in the future. Stay tuned. Number 15, Usher with Think of You, coming from his criminally underrated debut album, self-titled. You know what I'm
Don't
saying?
don't
I
say
mean,
don't say criminal. No, you already know who's on that album.
stop, stop. I know you. I know exactly where you're going with that. Stop. Yo, chill. Hey, hey, I like the album. I don't give a damn. That album is fire. It wasn't just Diddy that was working on it anyway. We had other
Right.
cats too.
Uh-huh.
But I even had to catch myself. I was like, why the fuck you? I was like, oh shit. Okay. Well, number 14, you got Madonna with "Take a Bow" from Bedtime Stories album. Love that record. Number 13, we got TLC with "Red Light Special" from the Crazy Sexy Cool album. Number 12, we got Channel Live with Mad Ism. All we do is smoke Mad Ism from Station Identification. One of the most underrated hip hop albums of all time, if you ask me. Number 11, we got Craig Mack with Get Down from Project Funk the World. Before I go on, let me give a quick shout out to you, Try, for that dope video that we did last night on the
Oh
top
yeah.
bad boy albums. Not Biggie, not Craig Mack.
Yeah.
So y'all make sure y'all check that video out. We did on IG Live. Um,
It's on my channel
number
now. I uploaded it at 2 p.m. So
Yep, I saw that shit. Number 10, we got KC. KC, keep your head up with "If You Think You're Lonely Now."
mm,
That was the cover of Bobby Womack, and that was on the Jason's Lyrics soundtrack too. A soundtrack I do have to talk about. A soundtrack and movie I had to talk about at some point.
mm.
Um, Number 9, we got TLC again with "Creep." So I creep. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Number 8, we got Brownstone with "If You Love Me."
Mm.
If you trust me, if you, I think they were really like the best known acts from Michael Jackson's label. To
Yeah.
be real, you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
Next to 3T.
Yeah.
Um, Adina Howard, "Freak Like Me" for number 7. We just talked about that
Yeah.
album. Y'all go search on my channel, see our thoughts about that.
Mm.
Number 6, you got Subway and 702 with this little game we play. Love that record. Gerald Levert wrote that song too. Yes. Number 5, we have Montel Jordan. This is how we do it. Dawn. This is how we do it.
Dun,
Sha
dun,
la
dun.
la la. I mean, that's a classic album. That's an album I do need to get my hands on.
Mhm.
That album and the second album, I need to get my hands on those.
Second one is fire. More? Oh yeah.
Yes, I used to not like
Classic.
that album, but that album is fire.
Yeah.
Anything after more, I did not want more of, to be real. Um, Number 4, Biggie with Big Papa. I love it when you call me Big Papa. A lot of Bad Boy references today. Okay. Number 3, Tupac with Dear Mama. We just talked about the album anniversary of that album yesterday
Yep.
and stuff like that too. So we did a review. Just go on my channel, see what our thoughts on that.
Mhm.
Number 2, we got Soul for Real with Candy Rain.
Ooh,
I like the song. I do like the song. I'm a little burnt out by that song, to be real with you, but hey, it's a
album.
classic.
Fire album.
We need to talk about the second one at one point.
Yes.
The
A
second one got
disappointment.
some heat.
You liked it?
You said what?
I thought it was a disappointment compared to the first one.
It was, but it did have some okay songs though.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because Heavy D was too busy with everything and
Uh,
shit.
boy.
And number 1, and this song is actually at its 5th week at number 1. We got Brandy with Baby from the title album.
Uh,
Baby, baby. I mean, Brandy was eating at that time. That first Brandy album, she was eating. You know what I'm saying? So 95, that was not a bad year for R&B. I actually like this year in R&B and shit. All right, let's get this shit started. So yes, and we're still live too, so that's great to see. All right, so we're going to continue on with our series on No Doubt. We're going to talk about their third studio album, Tragic Kingdom, which many people have said is like their breakthrough album. Which I'm going to show y'all the album cover. Give me 1 second. Yes, this is the album right here, Tragic Kingdom. This album came out October 10th, 1995. A lot of 30th anniversary album. Okay. This was actually their final album that they did with Eric Stefani and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? This album came out with so many singles. It's not even funny. Just a Girl, Spiderwebs, Don't Speak, Excuse Me, Mister, Sunday Morning, and Happy Now and Hey Now. Because the previous album they had like either one or two singles and shit. Now they got more for budgets. Like yeah, we're gonna drop more singles on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame them at all on that note. You know what I'm saying? So you guys should know the members of No Doubt include Gwen Stefani on vocals, Tom Dumont on guitar, Tony Kanal on bass, Adrian Young on drums, and Eric Stefani on piano and keyboards. Producers include Matthew Wilder again coming back and shit. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think that's about it. All right, so you guys should know who No Doubt are and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they pretty much dropped two albums, the self-titled debut album and then the Beacon Street album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So right around that time and shit, after the release of the Beacon Street collection, you know what I'm saying? They were getting more of like recognition and stuff like that. And what had happened was they started to actually, get ready for their next album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Interscope Records, they want to take more of a chance on them and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And so this time, they actually wanted to drop the album on Trauma Records and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Which was actually um, Paul Palmer's label with David J. Holman and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much they named it out. They named the album Tragic Kingdom because it was supposed to be a nod to Disneyland, the Magic Kingdom, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And plus, with all the members being from Anaheim, California, shout out to my family, my aunt, and my cousin who also stay up in Anaheim and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It just pretty much all works out perfectly and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this pretty much also caused controversy too within the group because the album cover where we can see Gwen Stefani being front and center, it caused a lot of like discord with the group because we all seen the story. Oh, how come she's front and center and we're just the pips and stuff like that
Because
too?
she's a singer. Duh. You know that why wouldn't she be front and center?
And mind you, like when people think, well, no doubt, I hate to say it, they think of Gwen Stefani first and
Right.
stuff like that. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
We don't think of Tony or anybody else in the group.
And that's no shot against them. That's no shot against Tony and stuff like that. But still, you know what I'm saying? Now, if it was a group like say the Police or say like maybe Blondie and stuff like that, then all the group members they would be like front and center
But
equally. But
when you look at your rock groups like Metallica, why is it that Laws always do the damn interviews?
that's easy because laws don't know when to shut the fuck up. That's an easy ass question. That's easy ass.
Or Tommy Lee was like the most known well member from Motley Crue.
Well, technically, okay. Tom Lee to me, I feel like all the members of the group have their notoriety and their baggage with them. Like Vince Neil pretty much killed a guy in a drunk driving incident.
Mm-hmm.
Nikki Six technically died, but then he was brought back to life. But
Oh
Tommy
wow.
Lee, oh yeah, you didn't know that?
I don't think that was in the Netflix film.
Yes, it was. It was.
I don't remember that. I saw the film years ago, but I don't remember that part. He was dead and then he came back to life.
So okay, so pretty much he had a heroin overdose, and it was on the news that he passed away. But then the doctors gave him some like morphine, and he woke back to life. He left the hospital and he overdosed on heroin again or some shit. Then he
What?
had to go back to the hospital.
I do not
Yeah,
remember that part in the movie.
because in the movie he was in the hospital and he brought back to life. He said, "Oh yeah, so I'm back to life," and they just quickly went back to the next scene
Right.
or what's going on with them and stuff like that because they were doing that Dr. Feelgood album, which is my
Yeah.
favorite album from Motley Crue. But with Tommy Lee, I mean, he got the most notoriety because he was with Pamela Anderson
Yeah.
and Sex Book and stuff. Like he was at the party. He was like the party nigga.
They
Like he was
they
more
focused too
party.
much on him though on that one in that
Yeah,
movie.
they did. And I like the movie,
Hmm.
but at the same time too, it's like with Motley Crue. I have nothing against Motley Crue as a group, but I feel like they let their backstory take a hold of their legacy and stuff like that. Because mind you, they
Yeah.
haven't really dropped any new albums like that.
Right.
And like, the most notable thing they've really done in the last 20 years is drop that autobiography, The Dirt.
Mhm.
Now they're going through all this controversy with Mick and stuff like that too.
Mhm.
It's crazy. But
Right.
back to No Doubt. Yeah. So yeah, they got like a lot of tension with the group and stuff like that. Um, which kind of why like Eric. Another reason why Eric kind of left the group and stuff. He felt like his contribution wasn't really noticed and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So and it's kind of interesting too because the previous album definitely had a more breakup samba kind of tone with some of the songwriting. Now the songwriting here and stuff like that, it's pretty much the No Doubt that we all know and love today, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Yep.
Like that free spirited lyrics and stuff like that, the kind of Nirvana influenced, Pixies influenced
Mhm.
ordeal. Like this album to me was the beginning of their great period and shit like that, if you ask me.
Yep.
Um, Nothing against the first two albums because they were great in its own right, but at the same time, it is what it is and shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah. What else? What else should I say about this album? I think I said what I have to say and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I showed y'all the album cover and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk about the history. Okay, I think we can go jump straight towards like the music and everything like that too. All right. This album has about 14 tracks, and we're gonna get started with the first song called Spiderwebs. This song pretty much was like one of the singles on the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very very dope song. I love this song. We still kind of in their ska period, but it's still like it has more of like a punk edge towards it and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like this record. This record is pretty dope and everything. It was written by both Gwen and Tony and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of crazy too because this is really like one of the first albums that all the members contributed contributed with like the songwriting and everything like that too. I love the guitar work on this record and stuff like that too. It's pretty much talking about a girl who was frustrated because this guy won't leave her alone and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So still, so pretty much this is not about this song is not about what's his name, Canal and stuff like that too. Tony Canal, because you know he was dating Gwen Stefani.
Yeah,
Even though a lot of the songs was about their relationship in the previous album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
he fucked
Very
up.
dope song he did. And you know how I said in the last review that they
Mhm.
kind of reminded me of Blondie on some tracks.
Right.
Isn't it kind of funny how Blondie also had a song about a stalker called One Way or Another,
Oh yeah.
and they had a song called Spiderwebs talking about the stalker,
Yeah. Well, who
which
influenced
was
who? Because Blondie came out
coincidental.
before them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Blondie came out
Yeah.
before. I feel like Blondie was very influenced. I mean, Blondie influenced no doubt the same way the police influenced them as well too. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
And just like
yeah, man.
Blondie,
But I actually like this record. This record is
just, just like Blondie, you had the female who was the lead singer.
exactly, and she was like the popular member of the
Yep.
group.
Yep.
And just like just like Blondie too, the same way how No Doubt was influenced by ska, Blondie had an influence with reggae music, like a lot of
Right.
those punk acts and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I agree.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Spiderwebs. I don't know if I would have made Spiderwebs the first song though. I just think it could have been somewhere in the middle. It's a good song. I don't know if I would have started off the album with Spiderwebs.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that part too and everything. I definitely agree with you on that part because it definitely screams more third song if
Yeah.
you ask me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what is going on with my laptop? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
Yeah.
come back in. My laptop's
Okay.
tripping. Or just go on to the next song. I'll catch up with you.
All right. The next track is "Excuse Me, Mister," and it has a faster pace type of beat. You know, I love the guitar play. It had like a punk rock sound to it, for no doubt at that time. And that this is I love this song. This is definitely one of my favorites on this album. And Gwen's vocals were great. There is a video for this as well. It was a single. I loved it. Definitely a classic record.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. All right. So, excuse me, Mister.
Mhm.
Um, I didn't care for this song too much. I'm gonna
No,
keep it
you
a
didn't like it?
buck.
Okay.
Nah, I, I. It's not that it's a bad record. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's just that I just probably didn't like the vibe of the record and stuff like that too. Maybe it was a bit more of a song that could have fit the second album, if
Uh-huh.
you ask me. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of interesting too because with this song, it's talking about now the girl wants the guy to notice her
Mhm.
and everything like that too. But at the same time, the last song, it's like you don't want the guy to notice you, and she's just like, "Come on, Gwen, make up your fucking mind and shit." Right? and maybe that's why I didn't care for this record. And maybe it was a sequencing because I kind of felt like
Yeah.
this could have easily been like a first track
Yeah.
if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's not like horrendous. It's not like anything from like the first album though. But
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, it's like
uh,
different emotions on the records. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I think I liked it. And it's not too many songs on this album I didn't care for. So
Yeah, I feel like up to this point, it's like their best work up to this point and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So we're gonna go on into the next track, which is "Just a Girl." I think this is like one of their most signature tracks they've ever
Yes,
came out with. Because
yes.
I know a lot of people love this record,
Love
myself
it.
included.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I mean, Gwen Stefani probably is doing some of her best work on this record, on this album, and stuff like that. Because now we get more glimpse into her. And a little trivia: this is actually the first song she wrote by herself without her brother Eric, and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which I feel like this is pretty much Gwen's coming of age song and stuff like that.
Right.
So what I got from this song, "Just a Girl," is pretty much talking about her upbringing, growing up and stuff like that, and how she always felt like her brother was overprotective of her and stuff like that. And she pretty much wants to tell let motherfuckers know, like, hey, listen, I'm here. Let me make my own mistakes and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, very, very, very dope song. I love the guitar work mostly from this record right here too. You know what I'm saying? Like the guitar definitely screams. You can definitely tell they were definitely influenced by like Nirvana. Like Tom definitely took note from like Kurt's guitar work and shit like that too.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like very grungy, but not too grungy and stuff like that. So I'm gonna definitely give this as one of my favorite songs on this album. This album, I mean, this song right here is fire.
Yes. Definitely has a nice grunge sound to it. Beat the pianos, I mean not the pianos, the beat the guitar play, Gwen's vocals. Classic, no doubt, right here. You good, bro? Red smoking some good shit over there.
Nah, I choked on my spit.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm, I choked on my spit. My fault.
That's not good.
You said what?
That's not good.
All right. but I was, but I was saying I definitely agree with you about that. Mm. Yeah, young Gwen Stefani is definitely. Excuse me. Young Gwen Stefani was definitely something else and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Track number 4, we got "Happy Now." Another very dope song right here. While "Just a Girl" represents like their more harder edge, "Happy Now" definitely reflects their more free spirited vibe and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
this definitely is like the most Beatles song they've ever came out with, in my
Oh, yeah.
opinion.
Happy
Like
Gap.
I'm talking happy Beatles, like all you need is love Beatles, that kind of deal and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? So very, very, very dope record. I love the chorus. The chorus of the song was what really made the song for me and shit like that too. Yeah, man. So very, very, very dope record right here and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she definitely saw this song. She definitely saw this song, Gwen, as another song she wrote about her breakup and everything like that too. You know, just herself questioning if she's really happy, if she's really depressed and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this song is fire. I love it.
Happy Gap, no doubt. You know what I mean? You happy. The beat was fire. The guitar play. I liked it.
Definitely, yeah, definitely love this. All right, so track number 5 we got is "Different People." Um, this song right here is another favorite of mine and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the bass line. Oh my god, the bass line from Tony is definitely fire as fuck like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, um, yeah, this definitely is another one of those Scott influenced kind of songs and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? What I got from this song, "Different People," is just a celebration of how different people are and how different cultures come together and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those Sly and the Family Stone kind of influence kind of records, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, That's one thing I got when I his listened to this song. It gave me like if Sly and the Family Stone came out with a record in the '90s and some shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is not a bad record. I love it.
Yeah, this is fire. Definitely had a nice beat to it, bass line. I liked it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely fire and shit. All right. Track number next track is called "Hey You." Um, this one was okay. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really one of my favorites, but it's not like a disappointment either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's pretty much just one of those '90s women feminist kind of songs and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much just going countering a lot of the stereotypical not nonsense that women have in the '90s and stuff like that. How they're always looking for love and everything like that too. It's kind of interesting because this song was only released as a single in the Netherlands and some shit too. So that should tell you something. But yeah, this song was alright.
Yeah, it was cool. I like the guitars on this. You saw play on here. Fire.
Definitely. Alright. Next song we got is "Decline." One of my favorite songs on this album. Like this might, I think this is like the longest song on the album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's talked about how you're coming up to fame and everything like that too. You can't look back now and everything. It's like one of those "Baby I'm a Star" kind of tracks and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the second half of the song where the horns came in and stuff like that. I mean, I feel like they took note about this album compared to the last album because the last album there was just horns sprinkled out throughout everywhere. This one they layered the horns out more consistently and shit like that. So I definitely love that one.
Oh yeah, this was dope. Love the beat for this. You know the whole band played great on this track.
They did like it definitely is another favorite of mine. Next track we got is 16. Yeah, this one right here was another favorite of mine too. One of the heaviest songs, one of the heaviest songs that they came out with and stuff, in my opinion, and shit like that. So, just talking about their upbringing, just them falling in the wrong tracks and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is not a bad record. I feel I fuck with this record heavy.
Yeah, this was dope. Like the beat for this guitar play.
Definitely. All right. Next track we got is Sunday Morning. One of my favorite No Doubt songs they've ever came out with. One of the most fun, free spirited kind of song. But at the same time, the lyrics are like depressing because it talks about the ending of the relationship between Gwen and Eric and stuff like that. Or Gwen and Tony. I always get them two mixed up, Tony and stuff. Um, it has like one of those somber kind of tones and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but at the same time, it's still a pretty dope song. See, this is why you got to be careful with the music industry and stuff like that. You can't always date your band members and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just look at Wycliffe and Lauren. You know, yeah. Um, Pretty much Gwen was talking about how she thought she knew her man well enough, but then she was ignoring the red flags and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, this was definitely a favorite song of mine. I loved it.
Yeah, this was fire. Definitely one of my favorites. One of the best songs. It's on the greatest hits as well. There's the video for this. Love the beat, guitar play,
Yeah,
Gwen vocals. Yeah, classic.
yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. I ain't gonna hold you. Gwen Stefani was fine as fuck. Young Gwen Stefani. I wonder what really happened with their
She
relationship
look
to be
she
real
look
with you.
different now. Like she
You
got
know,
like cheek implants or something. Her face look different.
they do about yeah,
Yeah.
younger up to the mid 2000s though. Oof.
Uh,
All right. Next track is "Don't Speak." I think this is my a lot of fans and critics have often said that this is like their famous song based on their breakup. And I know I'm repeating myself at this point, but Um, this one was pretty dope. I love the usage of the Spanish guitar and stuff like that. Originally, this was a love song. This was a love song, but after the dismissal of the relationship, she made it into like a whole breakup song and everything like that too. I mean, so many rappers actually sampled this record too. Like Rakim sampled this, Ice Cube sampled this track too. Believe it or not, you know what I'm saying. So this one was not bad. This one was not bad and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying. I mean, I fuck with it. It's definitely one of my favorite records on the album.
Don't speak. I know what you're thinking. Gosh, that was my introduction to them. It was that video because MTV played that video to death. You know, just the way that it started off, it was real melodic, and then it builds up, and I think to me that's their signature song. Is this, you know, just
I'm
a
not
great
mad about
record. I loved it.
that. Okay. All right. Next record we got, excuse me, is You Can Do It. Um, I love the groove to this one. You know what I'm saying? It definitely had like a nice groove to it
Yeah,
and shit. Yeah, this one was pretty dope. I like it.
it's had like a real disco type of beat to it. It was real groovy, real 70-ish. You know, I enjoyed it.
Definitely. Yes. All right. Next track, track number 12, World Go Round. Um, Another dope song and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? With this song right here, um, it definitely was like more sleekly produced and shit like that compared to the other records and stuff. So I mean, this was not a bad record. I loved it.
Fire. Definitely has like a reggae ska sound to it. The bass line, the beat. I could definitely hear Steven or Ziggy Marley on this as well.
Yes,
You know,
I definitely agree with you about that. Track number 13 ended on this. Yeah, this one right here was very dope. Another dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? It's funny how they say I have a song called "Ended on This," but then they have next song after this and stuff. So yeah, this was fire.
yeah, this is good. I like the pianos on this. The guitar play, the beat was nice.
Definitely. All right, and the last song is the title track and stuff like that. Um, Nice way to end off the record. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Gwen was at her best singing and stuff like that. So yeah, this was pretty straight.
I liked it. Title track was dope. Definitely a great way to end off the album with the piano play, the guitars, bass line.
Definitely. So overall, very, very, very dope record. To me, this is a classic album and everything like that. One of the best rock albums that came out from '95. I like the fact that they were definitely getting used to like their regular sound and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the production was very dope. The ska influence was like more toned down. I feel like each album they toned down the ska influences and becoming more accustomed to that post grunge rock and everything. So I'm gonna give this a 5 out of 5. So yeah, that's what I have to say about it.
Yeah, definitely one of their best albums. This was my introduction to them. Great album. The production, the songs, the right singles, and you hear joints like "Don't Speak" and "Sunday Morning" and "Spider Webs," and I think it's a great album. Definitely, I'm gonna give it 4.5. But people feel like it's a classic, then that's great too.
Definitely. All right, and just to let you guys know, they were nominated for 2 Grammy awards with this album. They were nominated for Best Rock Album, which it was nominated alongside a Dave Matthews Band with Crash, Bonnie Raitt with Road Tested, and Neil Young and Crazy Horse. Book and Arrow, they lost to Sheryl Crow's self-titled album. They were also nominated for Best New Artist, But it's kind of crazy because they actually came out with 2 hours before this. But you know how the Grammys get. And when it came to the best new artist, they were nominated alongside Garbage, Jewel, and the Tony Rich Project, and they lost to Leon Rhymes and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, I never really listened to anything like that. So it is what it is. Alrighty. So I'm actually gonna end this off right here because I gotta get ready to go somewhere. Yeah, I never cared for the Dave Matthews Band either. But tomorrow at 11 p.m. we're gonna do our double review on the French Connection 1 and 2. My good friend Mike is gonna join us for that one and stuff like that. So y'all be on the lookout for that tomorrow. Um, I also got something like this video I recorded. I'm gonna drop that probably hopefully by Saturday. Well, today said hopefully by tonight and everything. I'm gonna try to drop that. But that's all I'm gonna review for right now. Anything you want to talk about before we head out?
Nope. Let's check out top five Bad Boy releases from '97 to 2010. That was great. Shout out to Nick. We're doing some more stuff with him, and Reg was on that. So it was good. Great episode.
Yeah, I was talking to Nick. He
Yeah,
said he definitely wants to do some more stuff with us and everything like that too. So we definitely let him come here one time.
yeah. Check out his channel, Movie AV Impulse on YouTube. He does great vids on movies and music, and it's gonna be dope, man. Definitely enjoy his stuff.
Definitely. All right. Other than that, I'll see y'all motherfuckers later. Y'all make sure y'all get this No Doubt album, Tragic Kingdom. It's still in print now, so pick it up. Appreciate this try as usual. Peace.
Peace.